David and Judy Ranheim. We just finished a session on creating a passionate environment for new music with some wonderful panelists. They have started an incredible commissioning club here in Minneapolis, and I would love for them to just comment a little bit about that.
Right. It was something started about 20 years ago by very dear friends of ours, Jack and Linda Heschler. Linda's former executive director of the American Composers Forum for many years, but she and her husband Jack were longtime commissioners of new music. So in the early 90s they said, why don't we have our friends in on this deal, and they can have some fun too in commissioning new music. So thus was birthed the Minnesota Commissioning Club. We are among the charter members of that club, and for the last 20 years we've been commissioning new music, sitting down talking about what repertoire might need enhancement, what composers might be appropriate for that repertoire, what performers we would like to see premiere it, what venues, and it's just been a real kick working with all these composers and performers and organizations over the years.
Right, and you said to me earlier, what would I say in an elevator full of people if I had them hostage?
Yes.
And I would say, I'm involved in new music. What do you know about new music? And if they answered me, well, we don't like new music, I would again say, what do you know about new music? What experiences have you had? And that, I think, is the answer. Most of us are afraid of something we don't know about.
Right. Or what kind of new music do you or don't you like? Because a lot of people have this general idea that it's one thing, maybe a Stockhausen piece from the 50s, and there's,
as Steve Paula said during our session here a bit ago, there's all kinds of new music, just like there's all kinds of different genres of old music.
Exactly.
So what is it that you don't like, and do you know enough about it to know that you don't like new music? And also the tagline for the Composer's Date Book that's on broadcast all over the country on radio stations, all music was once new. That's the tagline that ends, and that's true when you think about it.
And my tagline is, it's the most fun I've ever had spending money.
That's a great tagline. I would just encourage you to talk to people, your friends in other parts of the country, about starting commissioning clubs there, because this is great.
We've done some of that, and we've talked to people in Seattle, we've talked to people other places, or we get calls from people asking about how this got started and what it means and what's involved. And I think Linda and Jack have been particularly helpful in helping spread that word. But really, wherever we go and wherever there's a premiere of a piece, we have a way of sort of talking about it. And just like I did a little bit ago here in this session, talking about the passion for it and how much fun it is to be involved in the process. And it's not something esoteric, it's not something intimidating, it's just a lot of fun to help create something new.
Wonderful.
And just to answer, we haven't commissioned all music we've liked. Some of the pieces we haven't liked, and some of the pieces haven't had a life, but most of them have, and that's what we live for.
We take risks and take your chances like everything else, and some are better than others, but it's all a worthwhile part of it.
And it all deserves to be heard so that we can find out what's going to be good.
Right. Exactly.
That's great.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us.